Hi, I am Saurav Kumar. I'm the designer of this site, MWCOG.owml.vt.edu, based on OccViz version 2. If you have any comments or questions, you can reach me at sk1@vt.edu. That's virginiatech.edu. And my intention with this screencast is to get you guys started. It's not going to be very comprehensive, a real quick one. So once you go on the site, you see our two Potomac station locations, stream stations. Chainbridge station is a station where we get all our chemistry data. I just clicked on the Chainbridge station. So two things happen. One, the watershed is marked for the Chainbridge station, and then you get some information about the Chainbridge station on the right. All the parameters which we measure at the station, mostly chemistry parameters, are available here. I'm just scrolling down to show you some. So if you are familiar with OccViz version 1, you will notice that there are sets of two graphs. The first graph is a CDF curve, which was also available in OccViz version 1. Essentially, this is all the data which we have seen at this station. So this would be all the total dissolved nitrogen data, storm composite, which we have seen at the station. The last storm value, the last storm TDN value is marked with the orange dot here. You can click on log to plot this on log scale, and go back to linear by clicking on log again. The second graph is essentially plotting the data for last 1 year. You can click on this icon here to zoom it. That's what I just did, and you see the values. If you click on one of the line dash bars here, you will see the value. It was 1.74. If you're wondering why this value has a bar instead of a dash line, that's because it was a less than value. So left sensor data is plotted like this when it's a storm composite. Essentially, the idea is to give a visual clue that there's some left sensor data. Also, you can zoom into event if you want, which probably is more useful for time series data. Let's go to a time series of a continuously monitored parameter. Okay, let's look at ammonia nitrogen here. Again, this is a CDF curve with the last value marked, and then this is data which we have seen in last 1 year. Again, I'm clicking the zoom icon to zoom in. Now here you see there are some red lines which may be missing data. This red line is plotted on the fly. It's not marked in the data set, so it's just an estimation. And again, to visually mark below direct values, you see the lines here. So if you click on this point here, you'll see the value is less than 0.01, and you can actually zoom in to see this. Now, so that's a quick way to look at last 1 year of data. If you want to look at more data or do more analysis, this is the graphing module. So once you click on the graphing module, all the parameters are plotted. What you see here is a box plot for all the data which we have available on that parameter. Essentially, for average flow here, we have 390 readings with no sensor data. And this small cloud icon is telling me that that's a storm composite. There's this clock-like icon which actually suggests that there's real-time data. And if you values here, it's telling me that there are 387 values ammonia nitrogen which we have in our data set. These are storm composite. Essentially, for 387 storms, we have ammonia nitrogen for the Potomac River, out of which 11 were left censored data points. And the box plot gives you a distribution of how the ammonia nitrogen looked like. Let me quickly show you how to plot. So you can filter parameter by typing. So if you're looking for load parameters, I can start typing L, O, and you see it starts filtering. And so you can add parameters to it. Let's plot TN, TSS, and TP. So to add parameters to plot, I'm just clicking on the plot icon here. There's also a save icon which will give you a time series. So you can download a time series in a CSV file and analyze it using any spreadsheet application or whatever way you prefer. Load into R and make your own plots. Let's select a time, 2011, 2015. I think that's pretty okay. So depending on what you have selected, different graphing options would be highlighted. Before we go to graphs, let me show you this real quick. You can click on this gear icon and change the parameters. For example, if I want TN, and actually I want it in kilograms, so I'll just space this and put kilogram here, and pounds to kilogram. I want to apply this conversion. So this is a scaling factor which is essentially multiplied to every quantity. Done. And I'll leave the rest in pounds. You can also change settings for all the series. So like log 10 is already on. The width and height will regulate the width and height of the plots. And if you click on if you just hover over the value, it will tell you what exactly does that setting do. So I'll not spend too much time going through that. So let's plot a scatter plot. Now this is a scatter plot where we have TP, TN, TSS. If you need more help trying to read scatter plot, I suggest Google it, and there's a lot more information there. I'm trying to avoid going into details of how to read the plots in this demonstration. So to add more plots, you can just maximize the window again, and let's add some flow plots here, some flow time series here. Okay. So I'm going to add daily flow. Okay. So that 4 series is added here. I can again click the scatter plot to make another diagram. Now this includes flow in addition to TSS, TP, and TN. TN in kilogram. Again, I can make more plots by just clicking on this plus icon. It will bring up the window again. This time I'm making a time series plot. And the plots, the latest plot is always on the bottom, so scrolling down, and these were the time series that were plotted. Like before, you can zoom into an event you're interested in. If you click on a value on the graph, you will get the values for that, for the points here. You can zoom in and out by clicking the axis and using the mouse scroll wheel. So I've shown you a scatter plot, I've shown you time series. Let's look at other plots. So other plots are active when there are only one time series. So this will plot aggregate plots. Again, if you remember, there are some options where you can choose what aggregate plot should be done. So I'm using yearly, calendar year, month, and season aggregate plots. And if I click on this plot icon, it should give me 3 plots. This is the year plot. That's month, and that's season for the time we selected. So you can again zoom in if you want using your scroll wheel and the axis. And the last plot is a calendar plot, which essentially gives you, okay, let me just click on the calendar plot. So this will give you the load for every day. Oh, actually the flow, average flow, yeah, that's what we are plotting every day. If you hover over something, it will give you the day, and the flow was, for example, on 2011-07-27, the average daily flow was 1.8 K. That is 10 to the power 3 CFS. So this is essentially what you can do with it. There are some other functions, like you can generate a link and share this link. So you just copy this and paste it anywhere you want. And what this link does is it doesn't bring the plot. It brings the plot in the state where you shared it, where you generated the link. So it's not regenerating the plot, it's essentially storing the state. So you can, so what this means, you can, like for example, if you get a link for this plot, and I want to share with my friend this high value which happened here, and I can share the link here, and I will get the link, and if I paste it here, so it gives me the snapshot of what I wanted to show here. So feel free to share around, and then you can also generate a SVG image or a PNG or PDF. The PNG rendering is not very good yet, so I usually tend to generate a PDF, which is a vector image, and use my PDF software to generate JPEGs and PNGs. If I want, I can also remove a plot by like clicking on the close icon here, or I can reorder the plots by clicking on, let's say I want this plot to go down, so that plot went down. So if you want to compare, look at plots together in some way, you can arrange it and make it what suits you. You can also zoom into a plot by clicking on the zoom icon. If you zoom in too much, it because of the flow layout, it will go to the next line. So that's pretty much it. Hopefully this will help you to get started with OccViz version 2. If you have any questions again or comments, email me at sk1@vt.edu. Again, I'm Saurav Kumar. Thanks.